Well, 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 Mr. ClydeDoNothing here thinks he has a say in Canada, and he thinks his opinion matters to us Canadians. He's leaving Canada. And look at this. He said it clear as day. Look at that. He has a nice, shiny American flag right next to his name. Canada flag is second. And he says USA is the greatest country in the history of Earth, escaping the grips of communism in Canada. So he is leaving Canada. Leaving Canada for Texas. Just like Viva Fry. Just like Viva Fry. Look at that. Florida, USA. He's already escaped. And he's told people, I've already made a video on him, where I've stated that he has left the country. Leaving Canada for Texas. He's leaving. So why does he still keep making videos about Canada? The truth about Trump tariffs. Why Canada and China fail to... Why do you care about Canada? You clearly don't. You literally say right here, oh, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna leave Canada for the immigrants. They can take it over. You're a grifter. You're a liar. You're a traitor. You're a traitor to this country. So the more you talk, the more you show that you're a traitor to this country and the people who fought and died for it. Here you go. Greg says, so now we're putting focused time and energy into making unflattering thumbnails of Jeremy McKenzie? How is this any different from what Rachel Gilmore and the Anti-Hate Network does on a regular basis? So I'm just going to tell him here, Clyde, you're a traitor. You say it yourself in your bio. You say it yourself in your bio. America is the greatest country on earth. Canada is second. You're leaving the country. You will happily keep profiting off our demise while the immigrants take it over. If you aren't going to help us, shut the fuck up. But he makes a 52-minute video. Ugh, I can't believe they're organizing on an overpass. Ugh, what are you doing? You're leaving the country. What the fuck are you talking about? You're doing nothing. All you're doing is helping people leave the country because that's what you're promoting. You're saying the USA is the greatest country on earth and I'm fleeing communism. And he's suggesting that other people should do the same, just like Viva Fry. But he somehow has to go on tirades going against people that are actually trying to stay and fight for this country. He's happy. He's glad that 100,000 veterans died for this country, and he's glad to just throw it all away. He doesn't care. But he'll keep making content on Canada because that's where most of his viewers are. Do you think Americans will watch this fucking grifter? They don't care about this guy's opinion. They'd much rather watch Tucker Carlson that actually, can change his views and actually admit when he's wrong. This guy can't. Is he going to admit he's wrong? I mean, prove me wrong, Clyde. Prove me wrong because you're a grifter. You're an American. You're a fake Canadian. Like, I don't know if your ancestors fought in the wars or not for Canada. And if they did, I don't think they'd be too happy about what you're saying and what you're doing. They're just like, oh, you'll just as soon as it gets a bit difficult, I'm just gonna leave the country. And it's like, oh, we'll just give it to the immigrants. Screw it. And America is having pretty much the same, a similar issue with immigrants. That there's a lot of immigrants coming into that country too, and the rest of the West. So you going to the States, there's a problem there too. But you're just letting Canada die. And we're not going to let it die. It doesn't matter how much you try to stop us from fighting for it. We're going to keep fighting for it. And the more you try to fight against us, we're going to fight against you, and we're going to fight for Canada, unlike you, who takes a shit on our ancestors and on the blood that these veterans spilled so we could be here today. So get the fuck out of Canada and shut the fuck up.